Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Yep, we're gonna design some warships before continuing on with the campaign. And this time for China. I have not really designed any Chinese ships since I made their 1918 ships. So they don't have anything for share designs between 1918 and now 1938. So yeah, it's about time. I didn't think China would be a major player this late in the campaign, but they still kind of are. So yeah, they need some ships. Let's see, let's make the beam a little bit slimmer. So is there gonna be a theme to the Chinese ships? I don't know, all their hulls and towers are just mostly placeholders from other nations. They don't really have their own unique parts. So I guess their fleet is gonna kind of reflect that, being a hodgepodge of different bits and bobs. Now, let's see. I don't want to go all out on technology when building these, because while China is a big player in the campaign now, they were not for quite some time. Let's see, what kind of secondary towers do we actually have available here? Does this have a funnel? No, not that fits this one. They cannot fit more than one on the main tower. Now what I can do is mount the biggest one here. Is that pretty much mounted at ground level? Almost. And do that. That kind of works. Yeah, that works. A light secondary tower. Okay, guns. What kind of guns do the Chinese want to use? I don't think they have the 16 Mark IV. They probably have the 18 Mark III. So we're gonna make a kind of like a Chinese Yamato. It's the wish.com version of Yamato. Alright. That's a good start. Now, diesel is very expensive. Old gear turbines. That ruins the range, but maybe balanced. Yeah, that works. 73,500 tons. You just save so much of displacement by going diesel. So I just have to assume they have diesel 1 by now. Probably don't have tourney. Improved crop? Yeah, maybe. I will do another round of save file editing to give the AI more technology. Boom, overweight. So that might help. Not that much overweight, all things considered. Do they have radar too? I don't know, maybe. Now, let's cut 10% of displacement off of this boat. Starting with the turrets. Yeah, that works. Do you want to stay at 18 on the main belts? Maybe. We can lighten up the fore and aft belts, and certainly the fore and aft decks. And the inner belts. I guess that works. Yeah, we don't need this much range. That is plenty. So that saves some displacement to be used for secondary guns. We got these 6-inch guns that are very small and cute. Look like they fit almost anywhere. Alright, how about some 3-inch guns? Do they fit? They fit here. 4-inch guns do not fit there. Yeah, not a lot of places where you can put... yeah, no, there are. Just not the triples. So we're going with doubles back here also. All right. Six-inch turrets. They cannot have a lot of armor. Nope, that's it. Oh, that's the Chinese super battleship. It's a Wish.com Yamato. Save design, neon. Which is a looks like a Japanese hull. Looks like a Japanese cruiser hull that's just been made bigger. And you got the German Deutschland class tower. Yeah, so it's a bit of a hodgepodge. Command battleship. This must be one of the new ones introduced in 1.4. Which again looks like a cruiser hull that's been upscaled. Let's go 70,000 on this one. Yeah, that looks like a an upscaled cruiser tower. Like, just looking at it like this, it looks like I'm building a light cruiser, but no, it is a battleship weighing in at 70,000 tons. Oh my god. That is massive. Is this like an Atlanta class battleship? Where am I supposed to put the funnel here? That's some tower spotting though. Wow, okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with a smaller secondary tower so we can actually have room for funnels. That has to sit down below everything else here. But I guess that's how it is. That looks... It does not look good. I'll tell you what. Let's actually go oil 2. I don't know if they have oil 3. Now for main guns. How many 14s can you fit here? Like so. That's a lot of guns. And I think I'm gonna run out of displacement. Yeah, it's not pretty. But 18 14-inch guns, yeah, might not win any beauty contests, but way overweight. And it's gonna be heavier now. What kind of tower spotting does it even have now? Spotting range. Almost 50 kilometers spotting range. That's quite impressive. I'll stick with the radar 1 though. Here we can reduce some weight. Actually no, let's go with the radar 2. Let's let that be its thing. Having that insane spotting range. Let's cut down on the armor. Yeah, we are losing some weight. Like so. Still overweight though. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with doubles here. Don't really feel like reducing the number of turrets because having lots of super firing turrets seems to be the one thing this can actually do that is pretty neat. 5% overweight. %, if we go with Citadel 5. Flash fire chance is 0.1, so we can reduce the barbette armor to save some more weight. We can reduce fore and aft belt armor even more, and fore and aft decks. Because the fore and aft deck and armor, they don't really cover that much. It's still a very expensive ship though. Anti-torp 2, yeah, we're getting there now. There we go. It is no longer overweight. Can cut down on the range. But the AI is gonna run this out of fuel, and it's gonna be useless. Which is, of course, very sad. Can reduce the bulkheads, though. That one back on. Whoa, wait. Plus 10% engine weight. Plus 25% engine weight. And plus 1.3% hull weight. Why does that make my ship lighter? I don't know. It does. So, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's got secondary barbettes up here. That's crazy. They don't really fit anything though. No. And these wings here that look like they should be mounting points for some. Oh, they can fit single 2-inch guns. And doubles. But that's it. I think those should be able to fit some something bigger. Because you can fit far larger guns on way smaller mounting points on other ships in this game. Let's put it here. So kind of light in the secondary department. And yeah, certainly not very pretty. Yeah. Eh. I wouldn't build it if I was China. But I'm not, so... Let's see. Modern battleship. Yunfei. This one can probably be made a little bit fast. And we got the Graf Bay Tower again. And a tall secondary tower. A medium tower. A minor tower. Small tower and a basic light cruiser tower. That's it. I don't like any of these. I guess this one should look okay. Are we going the same route as with the super battleship? I guess we are. I guess we are. Barbettes. What will this be armed with? Let's do it kind of simple. Go with ABXY 15-inch guns. Let's give them a little bit more room. Like so. Okay. So close to being overweight already. I do not like that. Overweight already. Haven't even added the citadel. Generation 1, Generation 1. 17% over. Let's see what happens when the armor is reduced. Yeah, the weight is going down at least. There we go, underweight. Underweight by 1%. Range can actually be reduced here. Guess we can also turn down the speed. That saved quite a bit. Now this is no longer a super expensive ship, which is quite nice. We're a little over half the cost of the command battleship, and in my opinion, this is probably the better one of the two. I'm liking these tiny 6-inch turrets, though. Probably some of the best things China has going for it. Any room for the 4-inch guns? No. 3-inch. They can fit up here. Two-inch doubles. They also fit in a number of different places. Yunfei. I like it. Let's put the rest of the weight into armor. Make this actually a tanky battleship. That was too tanky. .5 is doable. Fine, keep the 15-inch conning tower. And some barbette armor for the 6-inch guns. Yeah, that's nice. Yunfei. Not really a bad ship, I think. Kind of like a Wish.com Bismarck. So we got the Wish.com Yamato and the Wish.com Bismarck, and whatever that is supposed to be. Well, it's time to build the Wish.com Richelieu. Richelieu. I don't know. Ciao. 5,000? No. No, that's... $50,000. There we go. This can also be made quite fast. 30 knots. I think same as the Yunfei. Again, we're going not with the best options. Other than the towers, I guess. What kind of secondary towers do we get for this thing? Same as the last one? It's fine. Now, quads not available. Let's actually go with 14. So it's not going to be a Richelieu class battleship. It's going to be a something else. Aft weight offset. Can I mount a barbette of some kind? No, it does not super fire. Now, what if I shrink it down a bit? No, it did not shrink the nose, really. Or did it? There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be 55,000. This will make the aft weight offset even worse. Unless I remove that turret. Which I might. This was what I wanted to do. There we go. More super firing, more gooder. And one here also. That's a lot of firepower. It's also a lot of aft weight offset. Well, it's not really a lot of aft weight offset. All things considered. .8% is I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be noticeable. Overweight. Don't worry, we can reduce some things. Hopefully. Can I reduce things by 20% though? Remains to be seen. 25% actually, it has to be reduced by. Well, things are being reduced. Range can be reduced. What more can be reduced? I can go with that Citadel. How about my flash fire challenge? It is very good. I can reduce the barbette. So, no longer overweight. Let's see, these are 45s. That is okay. Yeah, it can be moved in. Let's save some more weight. Now, where can these 6-inch guns be squeezed in? I know this is gonna mess with my weight even further, but having triple 6-inch guns that are this small, it's just too good to ignore. It simply is. Let's go 28 knots then. Yeah, that's it. That's quite a ship. Looks very funky. Let's save that design as well. And let's keep going. Modernized dreadnought. Am I gonna bother? Probably not. Modernized dreadnought 1. Oh, we can make it Chinese New York. Let's make it Chinese New York. I never remember if Beijing is with 1 or 2 eyes. Now, multiple expansion is out of the question because they are obsolete, but at least the diesel engine is still a piston engine. So you could argue that it's more realistic than a turbine would be. Überfunnel. Okay, maybe this won't be in New York anyway. Maybe this is gonna be some kind of weird thing. Probably will be a very weird thing. Because all the towers and everything, it's just a weird mix of towers and things from other nations. Okay, this funnel station fits up here. And that's still more than enough engine efficiency. Now, as for guns, 14 is actually the maximum. So the new Beijing is gonna be kind of like a New Mexico, I guess. Or something kind of to that effect. Let's see, let's build the rest of the ship. Let's go with the cheap armor. Let's make this a budget friendly battleship. We're already overweight. Semi-auto. So we've got to keep adding the weight before we can take it off. Luckily, there is quite a bit of weight to take off here. Seeing as this is a kind of like an modernized dreadnought, I think it's kind of fitting that it shouldn't have too much deck armor. Still overweight though. It's too bad you can't really adjust where this barbette is mounted. Would be nice if I could just slide it and the front part of this superstructure thing backwards. But no, it's stuck where it is. Flashfire chance is quite decent. Let's see, Citadel 5. Well, that works, but also I accidentally removed a tower. %. Yeah, it does make it lighter. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Kind of depends on what kind of deck and belt armor you have. There we go. Slightly lighter on the barbette, that did the trick. And secondary guns again. These 6-inch guns fit in so many places. I don't want them interfering with that turret though. And we are overweight again. Well, it kind of works. Let's add one back here too. It's a lot of firepower. Just too bad we're still overweight. Darn it. Like what to even reduce? Yeah, the barbette thing can be reduced. Yeah, auxiliary 3 makes the ship lighter than number 2. What about number 1? Also a little bit lighter. Let's reduce the range again, that worked. And stick some of these wherever they fit. No, not there. Good enough. I typically ignore the modernized dreadnought kind of hulls when I'm building for 1938. Yeah, fast battleship. Let's go to the battle cruisers. 5 battleships is a pretty good lineup for any nation. That is quite the battleship. 70,000. And this time it's kind of like a German Bismarck looking hull with British battlecruiser towers. That's backwards German battleship main tower. And that's that one. That's pretty much what was available when building one of the Italian battlecruisers. Does that look okay? Yeah. No, just cannot fit 2 of them. Oh, well. Oil 2, diesel 1. Pretty nice. Now, barbettes. We're gonna go with 14-inch guns again. Or go all out with the 18 Mark III. There we go. This is the Wish.com Yamato with the overnight shipping. Because it's fast. Not overweight yet. That's something. Getting close to it though. Now, there is no armor to reduce here because this is a battlecruiser. And that means it starts out with kinda bad armor. Let's actually go with the 17-inch guns. Yeah, they are Mark IV. China may not have them researched, but maybe they do. And they are arguably better guns than the 18 Mark III. Armor. Yeah, I think just the idea of a battlecruiser being armored against this is just not possible. So we're gonna try and armor it against something like a 14 or 15-inch gun instead. 14 is the maximum belt armor. Okay, 2% overweight. -2 on the beam. We're not far off. Shaft 1. Balanced, yes. Flashfire chance is pretty good, so we can reduce the barbette a little bit. Yeah, secondary guns. Well, this has no built-in barbettes for the triple 6-inch guns. The 5-inch guns do have mounts. And if we use 4-inch guns, we can also get them here and all over. Torpedo launcher. This triangular gap was made for torpedoes. Pretty much. Oxygen torpedoes were too heavy. So let's go with standards and keep them 22. Alright, alright. That is a Chinese battlecruiser. But there are more hulls to build on. So let's keep going. Modern Battlecruiser 1. Is this just the same thing, just smaller? I think so. Different towers though. Ah, I see, I see. What kind of megafunnels can I fit 2 of on the main tower? Megafunnel 4. But that makes this taller. That does work though. I can just not have a funnel on the secondary tower. Yeah, that works. I haven't even chosen my engine yet, so that works plenty well. Let's see what kind of main guns for this one. The last one had big guns, so we're gonna go small now. Like so. 14 doubles. Kind of on the small side, but that's a pretty nice looking balanced ship. Can we make it smaller? It doesn't have to be full size, you know. That's pretty much perfect. $40,000 tons? Yeah. Now let's build the rest of the ship. And see if it can be made any good. I wonder if the reputation that China has for being kind of underpowered in this game is a little bit undeserved. Because while most of the hulls and towers you get are just repurposed from other nations, at least you get a very good selection of different ones. So there's a lot of stuff you can build. It would be interesting to play a Chinese campaign one day. Although possibly quite frustrating, as your success would depend a lot on what the army decides to do, which you have no control over. Yeah, we got plenty of weight to spare even. Yeah. Like so. So we can, for example, increase the range, increase the speed. Yeah, I'm liking this. This is a pretty good ship. Well, a little bit light in the main gun department. But yeah, 14 Mark IV, not really a bad gun. Further on for secondaries. Now, this can fit the 2-inch triple in a number of different places. Okay, let's go with double instead then, if the triples are overweight. $20 tons over. There we go. Yeah, that's decent. Hefe. Well, those are Chinese battleships and battlecruisers. Are there any other hulls we haven't built on that at least look kind of interesting? Large cruiser. No, this just looks like some kind of early dreadnought hull, and in fact it is. It's just another one of those repurposed hulls. This is also available as an armored cruiser in like the 1910s. The same hull, not the same stats and size, of course. It's limited to like 12,000 tons, but the same hull model. So, and we got the the standard cruiser tower. Of course, no, not building that one. So that's it for China. I hope it was kind of enjoyable. Once I get some more of these ships built for 1938, we're gonna continue the campaign and hope that the AI will build some of them. So yeah, goodbye and take care.